Hello everyone! Oh wait, before I do that, I just gotta go do something real quick, and then we'll start. Okay, there we go. Hello everyone, welcome to the last episode of Danganronpa 1. We're gonna be finishing the game today. I'm really excited for this. So everybody knows, we're gonna be going right through to the end today. So I just wanna, once again, thank everyone who's joined us so far, and if you're watching as a VOD, firstly, congratulations to make it all the way through to the end, and also thank you. But yeah, we're gonna be getting right into this. I'm just taking a minute to like prepare myself because this is a big moment. All right, final countdown indeed. I guess I'm the first one this time.
Makoto.
You're early, Makoto.
Listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However...
Don't worry. I'm sure they'll be here soon. And, just like she said... Byakuya! 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 Byakuya? You like, stop saying my name over and over. They arrived, one after another. But they were all in some state of shock. Oh, that's right, because last time we saw a really disturbing photo that Monokuma showed everybody, of everybody being together. In what shouldn't be a possible situation or scenario. Hina! Hero? Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
You called for me and so I appear.
Oh, well, she's okay. Strong silent master is so wonderful, so cool, so hot. My loins are ablaze.
Yes!
Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me.
My beautiful scissors!
With my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's what master wants, it can be a boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Where am I? Oh, good. That's good.
Whew.
No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy gust faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay. Well then, let's begin.
Thrills, chills, kills!
This final class trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair. Climaxium sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right. This is a final class trial. And this time it will be fair.
How strange.
What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know.
Unbelievable.
If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today, I'm
And I'll make sure
right.
everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
You guys.
So don't try to run away. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my
This will
family.
be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey,
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
however,
But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
however,
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial. You're right, I'm ready.
so...
Ready to win, right? Of course! I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. And so will we be. Started making my way toward the opening, step after step toward that gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, unsteady legs. I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper it fell. Dude, that's deep. I closed my eyes, and sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later? I felt a gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. Oh look, the trial room is all like decrepit. This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate?
Yoo-hoo!
It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Well then, let's begin! And here we go. Monokuma is on trial himself. We have all our points used up, so we're just gonna head right in. Jeez, man.
Since this will be the final class
intense.
trial, I've come up with a special rule.
Uh-oh,
So listen
already.
up. If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win! But if you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
Well then.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not! Bears never go back on their word!
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Yeah, right?
Is the mastermind only one person?
Hero, that's actually a really good question.
Don't bother. I already know the answer. You're all the mastermind,
Okay,
aren't
never
you?
mind.
You're all out to get me.
And we already thought he was being actually smart for once.
I'm right, aren't I? I knew it.
He thinks everyone is the mastermind. Okay. Headmaster's e-handbook, group photo.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence.
I don't know.
So I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line.
What?
You're all
You
out
too?
to get me. I'm sure of it.
What?
I have evidence of my own.
Y'all cray cray.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present.
Oh God,
Evidence that proves
Byakuya.
everyone other than me has been working together.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't
What
make any
the-
sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
Oh, it's gotta be the group all three of them think everyone around them is an enemy. There's no doubt this is a trap Monokuma's set. He set it up so we would suspect each other. And I have something that proves it. Yeah, it's the group photo.
have all been working. I have evidence.
Hey, you're all out to get. I have
Chipmunk
evidence.
boys.
Coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves
Everyone other.
What?
This doesn't make any sense.
How can the three of us each have
Look at spin. Whee!
No, that's wrong.
Okay, well let's at least try to get everybody on our side
It's
here.
not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
He's like, yeah, I totally snatched
Well,
it.
yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different.
Oh.
With the picture you have, I'm in it.
Oh, they're all absent from their each individual photo that they received.
But that can't be
Look at
right,
Monokuma.
because in my picture,
Huh?
see? I'm the only
Oh,
one
look,
not
it's
in it.
Oh, that's an adorable picture. That's really cute. I figured as much. In which case...
Hero, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
Don't drop it on the floor. It's one too. It's just like I thought. Yeah, look, Hero's not in it. And... I noticed something, but I'll see if you guys noticed it or not. There's something...
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
There's something that's similar in each picture.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us
Obviously.
questioning and fighting with each other.
Well, someone had to take the picture, right? Probably the person taking the picture was the person not in
the
each photo.
mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh?
They fell for
I
it
laid
like
a trap?
really quickly.
Trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
The proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain something in common. Yeah, that's what I said. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. And that person is... the ones who got the photos, that's what I just said.
I got it!
Well,
In
Monokuma
each
wasn't in
case,
them either,
the
but
only one not
I
in
don't
the
think that's
picture
what
is
it
the
was.
person who received it. So,
Because the person
in the
probably took
picture
it.
I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing.
Spot the difference, there's
And
something
the
in each
picture
one
Hero
that's
got,
really weird.
He's the only one missing.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen his. Hey, oh, it's swimming!
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
It was a hint. There's actually a hint in the photos. There is a hint. Well, which one person, Zio? But you know, there might be more to this than Monokuma's trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Listen, can I see everyone's group
Yeah,
photo
it's
one more
really
time?
clear, like,
it's
it's
not directly connected
creepy.
to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them once more time. Byakuya's picture. Hina's picture. Hiro's picture. And mine. There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something.
Can you just forget about the photo already? I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
It wasn't that they went through trouble.
So you think they're fake? No,
I don't think they're
no.
fake.
I assure you, they're quite real.
Agreed.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
How could you fake photos
Yeah,
like that?
I don't remember ever taking a picture like that, so it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
Or we don't remember.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong. I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
So the first part of this trial is going to be proving basically one of the big mysteries of the game. There must be some other reason. Some terrible reason. An unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason. Oh, doing a Hangman's Gambit. Well, I know the reason. What's this? Amnesia. Oh, whoop. I was trying not to click the other button. Or the other letter. S. And A. Yeah, they all have amnesia, man.
Now I understand.
The videos prove that. The video we watched earlier.
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it.
Oh my
couldn't
god.
it?
So that means that they could have known each other before all of
I
this.
get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense. As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
I would exactly expect you to believe that kind of thing. That's exactly the kind of thing you would say, dude.
We all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
Yet, it's only natural that they wouldn't believe it. But no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they had no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it. And there's another way to prove it, besides those photos. It? It! It was not It the Clown, Zio. The DVD, like I was saying.
You're saying we all got spontaneous
I
amnesia?
got this figured out,
Since when
guys.
did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
It was always a
I
sci-fi
promise
crazy.
you,
I mean,
haven't
fantasy.
lost my memory.
It's not crazy,
Ever
it's
since I
possible.
got
Oh
to
yeah,
this school,
yeah.
I remember everything that's happened.
No. Oh crap! I used the wrong one. I don't remember changing it. I didn't hit the button, and it changed it to different.
You're saying
had
we all got spontaneous
that.
amnesia?
Since when did this turn into...
I promise you, ever since I got to the school, I remember everything that's
Nope,
happened.
you don't.
So the idea
Oh
that we
my
all
god,
lost
game.
our memories.
It's totally
Sorry, the controls in
stupid,
this part
obviously.
really suck. It's never the button you think it's gonna be.
You're saying we all got...
got spontaneous...
Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi...
I promise you, ever since I got to this, I remember everything that's
That's a lie. Wait, wasn't the group photo? Oh, it's the interview DVD. Whoops, my bad. Okay, that was my fault. That time was my fault.
You're saying we all
Interview
got
DVD,
spontaneous
that's what we want.
amnesia?
Since when did this turn into...
I promise you, ever since I remember everything that's happened.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. Break.
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
Yes, I'm gonna show you my nude porn video that I took last year. I took it with Byakuya.
No, it's nothing like that.
I'm kidding, that's not it.
It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean...
I mean all of us.
Okay,
Including
so
you.
I think they didn't see the videos because Monokuma scrambled it before they had the
Why?
chance.
I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself.
There
The
she is,
headmaster did,
Hina.
in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
Yeah, this is
I didn't imagine
gotta be a
you would
crazy
remember.
thing to realize for them,
It's
but...
not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
Oh, thank you, Byakuya.
How can
Thank
you say
you.
that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here.
That's not... what?
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Is it Makoto?
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right?
That too.
What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all...
Yep, everyone said yes, even Makoto.
Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
That's crazy. What happened?
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember
I don't know.
a thing.
The saying goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever. Or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here
Sorry about that.
forever?
Hit my mic.
That's just insane. How
Yeah,
can I believe that?
this final trial is going to reveal
Insane
everything,
or not
just the
we can't move
mastermind.
forward until you accept it.
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but
What?
if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed.
We only have
Indeed.
one path in front of us.
Indeed.
We really?
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is
Oh,
all
Monokuma's being very helpful.
making my head hurt.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us,
Stole
didn't
them.
you?
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
It kind of reminds me of the
course.
beginning of Kingdom Hearts.
There's no way we would all just happen
Someone
to get
stole the word
amnesia at
photo.
the same time.
But how could someone just steal our memories?
How?
Magic.
Come. That hardly matters right now.
Well, I kind of
If
would like to
said
know.
It was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said? How it
I guess
happened
not.
doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our
Oh, snap.
memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original motive.
You mean the motive you came up with? To try and get us to all kill each other?
That's weird. Makoto just said the same thing as me.
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
He's deflecting.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, well, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Murkuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. Yeah. Oh, what's going on here? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I guess we'll listen
who
through
did
it all the way through.
Who killed her?
Who done it?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything.
Okay, yeah.
That much I'm sure of.
I'm sure of that too.
When you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
Oh.
What does make me so sure?
Exactly. You're just making stuff up.
No, she
There's
knows
no
something.
way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably a million miles away.
That's not possible.
Because masterminds always lurk
Oh.
off in the background, right?
I think it's the there's a reason that it's Hina who's not sure, because she and I went through something that proves it in the control room.
Whoever did it is the same one.
If you guys remember, there was a panel that we weren't able to open because it was locked.
Of course.
And it's in the...
have to be here somewhere.
It's in the control room.
Exactly. You just make the mastermind.
It's probably a milk.
Yeah, I was right. Oh, yeah, it's the panel on the floor. And we know she was they were controlling them.
There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him
maybe.
earlier.
Yeah, he told us that there were 16 students, and they're the only ones who set foot in the school at any point.
We have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
But how'd they manage to survive all of this?
They were like hiding in the control room the whole time.
It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
I think it goes without saying, I don't think it's one of these guys.
It's not me!
I blame Makoto!
Oh, well thanks, Toko.
Why me?
'Cause it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Oh, that's what she's going for, huh?
Oh, I get it. The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Imagine if Makoto was sitting there with like a little speaker, like in his shirt, and he's like, yeah, well, it's not me, guys. Like, really?
What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic.
That would be so weird. Monokuma's right there. Like, it can't be any of these guys.
The mastermind's
They'd
true
have to
identity
have
will
like a little
become clear
speaker
soon
or
enough.
something.
Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well,
You're the one
how
who
much
fucking...
time have we already spent talking about the murder?
Byakuya, you're the one who fucking caused this to happen to begin with,
right.
dude.
What more is there to talk about?
Because you were trying to be a smarty
If you
pants.
want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing.
Whatever's going on with Makoto and Byakuya behind the scenes in the bedroom.
We
Okay,
haven't
sorry.
fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out.
I ain't
She
joking.
died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No.
Nope.
That isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different.
Kyoko and Makoto already determined that whatever it wasn't the thing that we thought
Wouldn't you agree,
before.
Makoto?
Because we talked about it. So it wasn't the blow to the head, and it wasn't the stab him, so it has to be the other wounds.
I got it! All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Kyoko made a big deal about this, about how the wording in the Monokuma file was really important.
Now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
I just said that.
It made it so they can't possibly
sorry.
be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days?
A body announcement is not made unless students discover the body, so the body can be there for as long as it needs to be.
True, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
Exactly.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Huh? How do you know that?
How
Isn't
do
it
you
obvious?
know that?
She was the ultimate soldier, right?
Oh,
So that means...
right. Toko knows
You
that.
know,
You're wrong.
she denied me. Before I could even say anything.
Girl, you have some problems. I'm sorry. Wow.
Come on. I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me!
Dude, I don't. If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying in the first place? Oh, Makoto! Shots fired! Damn! Burn! Too bad you didn't say that out loud. What?
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier.
True.
She
Wait, what do we have here?
100 different battles. So, when you think about it,
It's probably this.
obviously, she got all of those wounds in
Whoa!
Are you finished?
battle. You didn't deny
Kyoko.
me this timesy-wimesy. You made me go all cutesy.
What
Don't
the
worry,
fuck?
there wasn't anything cute
Toko,
about it.
what the fuck? Okay, anyway.
Mukuro wasn't. She must have been. So, when you obviously.
It was this.
She got all.
No, that's wrong.
She just keeps getting weirder. I don't, wow.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered the
Fenrir.
school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing. Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Cool, you developed a bit, Toko. Congratulations.
So we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school.
Look how passive aggressive he is
In
sometimes.
which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Do you see it yet? There's a bunch of wounds all over her. From head to toe.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night?
Between us and the bedroom? That's private matter, dude.
Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant.
Mm-hmm. That was true.
If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her.
Then it was the mastermind.
So who was it that attacked you?
It was Makuro, the headmaster. It had to have been the mastermind.
I got it. The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask,
They just assumed.
I naturally assumed she
Yeah.
must have been the one who attacked me, but I was
Man.
wrong.
I'm like
It
at
wasn't
one with
her
this
at
game
all.
right now.
It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think.
That's what he thinks.
Do you have any
He's not saying it
evidence
as
that might
fact.
convince me otherwise?
That you're trying to deflect right now? That's evidence. No, there's no way Makuro is the one who attacked me. Even if I didn't see her face. Makuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo. Comparing that to the masked attacker. Oh, right! That's right, look! There's no tattoo in their hand. It should be obvious. An Akuma file?
You never saw their face, right?
That doesn't talk
So
about the
you
tattoo,
can't
does it?
have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Duh, her hand.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot.
Oh, he
Or
knows.
perhaps the
Oh,
left
wait.
foot.
Let's grab this.
Or could it be...
Oh, not right foot. I meant
the
hand.
hips.
Yeah, it's the hips. Those hips, man. I grabbed the wrong thing.
You never saw there, so you can't have. I'm telling you now. You're wrong. There's another part of the. Oh? Is it the
Right hand or the left
Right
hand?
hand. I thought that's what I
Maybe the right
grabbed.
foot.
or perhaps
Or could
That
it
was
be
weird.
the hips?
Yeah, hips.
You never saw their face, right?
Dude, oh wait, so do I
So
shoot
you
right-handed?
can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you
Oh,
now.
no, it's this.
It
This is a
was
lie. You always shoot, it's a
No,
lie.
he's wrong.
Excuse me.
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of
Yippers.
Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo. So there's no person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah, that's what made that's what made Makoto and Kyoko so suspicious to begin with.
Yeah! We were in the
In the
gym
last
tearing
trial.
you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you.
Makuma, you're acting really sus right now, my dude.
But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her.
Oh, snap.
Oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
What's she gonna do? Before anyone could say anything. Oh. Kyoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Oh, Kyoko. Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof.
Indeed they do.
Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours.
What the fuck? Makuma, that's rude!
Sorry, did I say that out loud?
Rude!
I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began
Monokuma
here.
just buried himself with that
And
comment.
somehow, she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
Stash her somewhere.
She
Now, where
was.
could that have been,
She
guys?
would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Wow!
Then, she was being stored somewhere?
But
Oh, I love the insults in
to
this
hide
sometimes.
a body here, to just store it somewhere?
We were somewhere like that, weren't we? Yeah. It was in the pool! It's the biolab.
Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Quote unquote, it was a freaking morgue.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
This proof was something they made a really overly big deal about. And it was those tarps!
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Cause Makoto's best boy, that's why.
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab.
That was kind of a compliment.
In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
It was those tarps, man. They did it.
So when the killer moved
tarp's the
body to the
mastermind.
garden,
Confirmed.
they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
But that's just a wild guess.
Oh, he's sweating.
Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Oh.
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
We're close.
You see, the
We're
biolab
close.
contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
An inconsistency in the biolab? Could you be talking about?
La la, I can't
Oh.
hear you. La 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 la.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking
Hey, by
about?
the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think I'm talking about? Your family.
What? Whoa!
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
He's pulling
So
out some
what do
really
you
dirty shit right
Are
now.
you sure your family's still okay?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So, if I want him to shut up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. Oh! Damn! Oh wow! Makoto, calm down, sir. The inconsistency has to be that one area where the numbers just don't match up. Where the numbers don't match up. Oh, we got one of these. Okay, okay.
Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about? Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about? Rawr! Better luck next
Boop.
time. Punishment is
Boop.
waiting for you.
Doop.
Are you
Bap.
sure about this? What
Bap.
are you even talking about?
Gotcha.
I'm not listening.
Biolab secret. What? What? It's all working. Stop working! Stop working! Oh crap, I didn't know there's more than one! They told me there'd only be one freaking modem
Are
on.
you sure about this? What are you even talking
Alright,
about?
that's alright. We got it this time. Just
I'm
the
not
light.
listening!
This should prove it. The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about
Only thing I can
is...
think of was the lights. Oh, yep, we got a reaction out of him.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
Yeah. Yeah,
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
Oh, so I was
Why does that
I was right
matter?
when I said there was a weird
You gotta
number
give
there.
me the bite-sized version here, man.
9 lights doesn't make sense. Number of lights it should be on is 10. Should be 10.
Got it. 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Sus! Super sus!
Why? That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
Indeed. That's right, the key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mondo was fifth. Taka was sixth, and Hifumi was seventh. Celeste was eighth. Sakura was ninth. And victim number 10 was Mukuro. So 10.
10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious.
Yeah.
But
There's one
according
person
to the
missing.
lights in the biolab,
Isn't there?
only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
It may very well be that one of
Then why
them
doesn't the body count match?
is still alive.
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were
Apparently.
only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason that there's less bodies than murders, the explanation for more murders and victims, is that what would make it for that to be make any sense? Blah, 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 I can't talk. Well, we know these two things. It's got the same person was killed twice. Oh right, yeah.
I got it! What about if the same person was killed twice?
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
I know who was killed twice. Do you guys know?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was
Well,
killed as Mukuro
no.
Ikusaba,
Yes and
she
no.
was killed as someone else.
Yeah.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers.
Yeah.
And that will become
It's obvious with the injuries and also with the pictures.
Nothing's gonna become obvious. Because Kyoko's totally delusional.
No. We know who it is.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Mondo Owada?
Oh, I know you know.
Timaru?
I'm just gonna let him go through
Hifumi
first.
Yo- Maybe
Blutenberg.
Sakura Ogami? No, there's no way.
Okay, so... someone who had wounds all over their body was someone who was stabbed by multiple spears all over their body at the beginning of the game.
Was it Sayak Junko Enoshima?
It was
Leon
Junko.
Kuwata?
Chihiro, Mondo, Kiyotaka, Hifumi, Celestial, or maybe...
No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice.
No, that's wrong. Junko.
Remember the fingernails? I pointed that out before.
Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered...
And the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
Then, it's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... what does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
Indeed.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive. She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
No, if you were right, he would have reacted. Mukuro alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But, can we really believe that? No, there's no way. There's no way Mukuro Ikusaba is still alive. It's not Mukuro.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say,
nope.
Monokuma?
That's a
you
nope.
give up?
Is that to be true? Nah, we know that's not true.
It wasn't Mukuro.
No, that's wrong.
And Mikuro's solving this whole thing on his own.
No. The body we found in the garden
Awesome,
was
dude.
Mukuro. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21,
The vitals
32.
thing is so weird. I never heard anyone
Everything
talk
in her
about someone's
profile
vitals
is consistent
like
with that corpse.
Maybe it's a Japanese
And
thing.
then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then
Who's actually still alive? Someone made it look like they died, but they're still alive. There's only one person it could be. It's Monokuma!
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
Yep, I am.
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes. If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
It was!
But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Mikoto and Kyoko should open a detective agency. Totally. Now you mention it. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I did check, absolutely. And I can say for sure.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive...
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Yeah, come on, dude. Don't give up. We got this.
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Yeah.
The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? I checked her, she was dead, I'm sure of it. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely. Maybe she used some sort of trick. Oh, we got a Heyman's Gambit, okay. What? Oh, we placed. I can spell, guys. I just need a P. Or no, an L. I was looking at... Okay, yeah, we're good. We placed.
Now I understand.
Sometimes words are hard, yeah. Just had a little moment there where I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at.
That's it! What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right! Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which we've already determined.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but... that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Not really.
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right
Wow,
when
it
she
shows that a
was,
lot.
about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
That would be awesome. If
Good
that's what
point.
happened, but no.
There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way. I need to figure out how they explain how they could have switched. They switched at the beginning.
I got it!
The other two things doesn't make
Two of
any
them
sense.
may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched... then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
There's such a disturbing look on her face when she was stabbed.
So, you're saying the Junko we first met
I almost mentioned that at the beginning, but I didn't want to give it away.
was actually Mukuro all along?
Then we'd already met her?
I had, like, a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was.
True enough.
So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
So to be honest, when I first saw play through this game, I 100% noticed that. When I saw the body had those red nails, it was the same nails as her, and I was like, that's a little weird.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma.
Too bad for you.
Can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's
Of
true,
course.
it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
Indeed.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So, he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive all of us if he wants. It doesn't matter, because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. Okay. Don't think it was that. The group photo? Might be that. Is it the group photo? Hold on, what matters now is presenting the right evidence. Oh, okay, it wasn't that. It has to do with Monokuma tried to keep me from... Oh! Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that's why he flipped the fucking video off so quickly.
I got it! While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
He didn't want to see that she didn't have an interview. That explains that. It wasn't just the monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? Yeah, he turned it off and was like, oops!
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke.
No, it wasn't a fluke. The mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. And that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. I've gotta reveal that. Oh yeah, this was the group photo. Because every single picture of Junko in the group photos was... her face wasn't facing us. You couldn't see her face. I was wondering if you guys noticed that before, but... her face was hidden each time. And it was really weird. The one was really funny because she was getting splashed in the face, but yes.
Better luck next time.
Gotta get it written down.
Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up.
I think you're getting riled up, duders.
That's impossible.
This should prove it.
Nice, Theo. Alright, yeah, because it was weird, like, her face was hidden in every picture. And again, the first time I saw this playthrough, I totally noticed that.
Cover up.
It's
You did
fucking
the
weird.
same thing with this group photo.
This group photo.
Oh.
Uh-oh,
I noticed
indeed.
it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
The unusual circumstance common to all these pictures. You see that? You can't see her face. And she's facing away from the camera each time. Oh, that time she's getting blocked by his elbow. But yeah. Junko's face.
Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
So obvious now that you see it, right? Like, it's like, oh, you can't unsee that.
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With
Yeah,
all
you
that
can
in
see that
mind,
clearly here.
There's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
I believe
Xanadu!
everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind
Wow.
have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on!
Super sus, dude.
Don't bother trying
No
to
argument.
deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything. Right now.
Oh, okay, we're doing one of these. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. We didn't get to do one of these last time. I felt a little cheated. Oh god, these are hard though. Alright. Okay, I gotta look at all the pictures first. Just to see what I got to work with. There's the mask. Okay. Okay. Wow, wow. Look at that. I think it's safe to say she wasn't expecting that to happen. Kyoko saved us! Kyoko! Okay. That's a lot. I think this goes here, probably. Oh boy, alright. Oh, she tried to pull the mask off and it fucking exploded. Cause good job, guys. Here, cause we all found the body. Is that... What's going on in this picture? I'm trying to figure out what's going on in this picture. I'm like, what? Jeez, this is... It sucks because they do like the whole thing, and then if you fail, it like makes you do it again, and it's like, ugh, I just want to get it the first time, or try to. This here is the body having been exploded, but we don't have anything after that point. Everything we have is before then. Is that the incinerator? Okay, I think... This is him trying to attack Makoto? Or her, I guess. Let's see here. Well, that's literally that. It's the same thing. So this one must be fake. It's the exact same image. They wouldn't have the same image twice. So this one goes here, I think? Just remember, it's like a Japanese manga, so it reads back to front. So the events are going in this order. This has gotta be this. Something happened in here. Kyoko. So... that and that? I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on here. So we don't have a lot of options left here. Oh, they took the mask and put it on the body. So... it's gotta be this. It's the only thing that makes sense. Methinks. Is there anything back here? Oh, there was. There's this... whatever the hell's going on here? Oh, this is like way at the beginning when they met her. Okay, but wait, that doesn't make sense. None of these match. Oh, maybe it's this? This is weird. None of these match. It's gotta be that, though. It's the only thing that makes sense. Gee, I hope I got it. I don't feel 100% confident with this, but I don't... We'll try it. Let's see.
Is you!
You! If that one's wrong, we'll know right away.
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko Enoshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko.
Okay, well... damn it. Damn it! What? What the hell is that first one? Is it this? I don't get that, what? Me-ish confused a little bit. Oh, I think maybe it's the one I had at the end is the one at the beginning. Thought that might be the... So this... is this. That makes a lot more sense. Hopefully. Hopefully! I really don't want to lose right now, because that was a long trial.
We met, but that what?
Okay, yeah, okay, cool. We got that right.
The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place, and that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba.
Nice, Ricardo.
But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko Enoshima.
Hey!
Her body was kept in the biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use.
She killed her own partner and then used her body. That's fucked up.
Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side.
And they basically had to do this out of desperation.
Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Oh, cool, I got that one right too. Oh. God damn it! Really? So it's this then. It's gotta be. These other ones don't make sense there.
The killer is you!
You! Okay, yeah.
So she put on a mask and then attacked me.
Kyoko, you saved us.
After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she
left the room, sorry. Didn't mean to skip that.
Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place.
And she did a very good job at that, by the way. Dun dun dun! Good job, Doko.
Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence.
But by strapping a bomb to the body, she blew away the makeup covering the tattoo, which is what ultimately led to her
She needed to
being
hide the body's
exposed.
true identity.
Ironically.
She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma. The real Junko Enoshima!
Damn, guys.
That's the whole story behind this incident.
This is far from over, by the
What do you
way.
have to say to that?
We've only exposed her. We still have to do some other stuff after this.
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't
Wait.
even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over?
Well,
Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
remember the agreement. We had to expose the mysteries of the school. Oh, snap! Well, hello, Junko. Glad to finally meet you.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear. If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world.
She's made a Dragon Quest reference!
We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking.
In the end of Dragon Quest, the final boss says, if you swear fealty to me, you can have half the world.
Have you made your choice?
Then you can get a bad ending
Will
with
you
it.
serve
Oh,
under
okay!
us?
No.
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you.
I think she says that if you say okay as well.
It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the mastermind? She's the real Junko Enoshima.
Anyway, Looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face!
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen her too before. It was definitely before I got into the school. What?
I got it!
Before arriving?
That's right. It was before I ever came to the school. I remember seeing a magazine cover. And you were on it.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
Seen tons of magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality. Oh, that's right. That's right. Makoto said she didn't look like she did on the covers, and she said that, oh, because it was photoshopped. I actually forgot about that, yeah.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Twins?
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship.
They were...
The older sister, tough and proud.
Sisters.
That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima!
Juko fucking Enoshima!
And
Oh my
together,
god!
We were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
Whoa! She's a totally different person now!
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell! Bored with myself! But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Ugh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want, I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means
Jeez!
you killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if!
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
Whoa.
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that.
Thank God this part is voiced. Thank God.
But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the 3 atrocities. Atrociously ranked, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away, which is precisely why I killed her. to meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be
Wow.
your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know?
Oh, it's so jarring when she does that.
If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal. Just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
That explains the look on her face. Huh? That wasn't, like, supposed to... Why me?
So, you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything! We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's not true at all. We were twins.
Oh my god, she has
How
another
could I
one.
not be sad. That's why it gets me so excited. Killing my precious sister with my own two hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super despair.
Excuse
it
me?
just feels
You
so
okay?
good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Thank you, Hero.
And my sister too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts!
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No. I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Cause on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow! You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer! So how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating!
Damn straight! That's exactly what we're going to do.
Nice!
We're going to solve all these mysteries.
That's what we were supposed to do, remember? We agreed on it.
We'll have our victory!
I can't wait!
Alright, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the group
He's not just gonna
pictures
tell
were
us.
taken, and those interviews, it must mean I got it. It must have something to do with our entrance exams.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
Thinking back to what Monokuma told us, the memories that were stolen from us, and what they must be related to. The motives Monokuma... Oh, the motives! That's right, yes.
I got it! You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
Well, it wasn't really try, I mean,
So
they
you
worked.
do remember after all.
Oh,
Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
Theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
the theme for the motive Monokuma gave us for the first murder. Monokuma gave us those DVDs. On my DVD was footage of my family. On Sayaka's was her and her friends. They had a dream they all shared. So for the first murder, the motive we were given was... How to open this?
I got it! The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it.
Ding, ding,
Remember
ding.
those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family. For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill, but still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes,
What the
well,
heck?
I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay!
Oh,
Time
hello.
for the next question! So, what was the theme for the second motive?
The second murder, the motive's theme was... That's when we got those weird envelopes from Monokuma. Mine mentioned how I used to wet the bed. So the theme that time was... The meaning of life. The past.
I got it!
Yeah.
It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... Embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
I think that the entire... All of the voices that she does here are by the same person.
Relax, relax.
Which is pretty
Okay,
impressive.
On to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
The theme for the third murder was... The reason Celeste turned to a murder was... She wanted to buy a European castle. And live there with a bunch of handsome men. So that time... The murder was... Sounds like greed or a new outlook. Probably greed. Yeah, because that new outlook doesn't make sense. Yep, greed.
I got it!
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
money, wasn't it?
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again! Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just
Sweet
one more to
cheeks.
go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
The motive in the case of Sakura's death was... What was it that made Sakura decide to kill herself? It had to do with Monokuma exposing Sakura's secret. So the theme of the murder in the fourth case... was secrets? So you're saying the desire to hide her secret was a motive? Well, not quite. Oh, it's important that it's true that she kept a secret from us, but what's important right now isn't that she hid something. It's what she hid.
Shoot!
What she... Oh! Cause she was, I forgot that she was a spy for... It was betrayal.
In her case, it was betrayal.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
Painfully delightful.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to
Love
kill
the
each
crown.
other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we... the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours?
Yeah,
Weren't we
yeah.
discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories...
Oh, that
Give
does
them
not
hope.
sound good.
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
Huh? Really?
Then hurry up and tell us. Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
The outside world?
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I wanna see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
What?
What the...
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense!
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
We should recognize it? What about it should we recognize? the whole thing is insane.
That world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you. If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, cause it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, cause now it's time for the final class trial! Come on, bitches! Remember
okay.
or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it
photo's
comes to
too
that
old.
crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing!
Group photo?
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
If nobody can remember anything, this is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have?
Nobody can remember anything. I can't remember, it's all over. I mean, how can she show me something so completely incomprehensible and then just say remember? Every single one of us has lost our memory. It really is hopeful after all. No, wait. There's a chance that she hasn't forgotten. She...
Come on,
oh
bitches.
my god.
Remember or die.
Genocide Jack.
What the fuck happened out?
You want us to when it comes to that crazy... I don't understand it.
What's
Oh.
the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical...
Genocide Jack might remember.
You're telling what am I supposed to be?
Nobody can remember.
No, that's wrong. Actually, she might remember.
Who might remember?
The other Toko. Genocide Jack. The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her? No! Absolutely not! That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity!
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on now.
Dun, 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 dun. It's me,
Wow.
your friendly neighborhood serial killer.
Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a
You go,
question,
just do it.
and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Wow.
That's enough!
Okay.
Just look at the stupid screen!
Aye, aye, Roger, you got it, Captain.
I mean, it looked like Monokuma just took over everything.
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but... Of course it does!
That you remember all the stuff
Who the
it's
hell are
showing?
you?
Of course I do!
Oh my god.
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier?
I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know?
Oh my god, she's the worst liar
Oh
in
my
the
god.
world.
More importantly, if you really do remember...
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
The tragedy?
Guess she just assumed everybody
Oh no!
remembered
You
it.
seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
What?
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Cause it's all because of that event.
What is?
Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is... now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster.
There's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history! And as a result, in basically no time flat! The world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
I couldn't live up to my... This is the true tragedy!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
How can the world just end? It's the world!
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous. I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Togami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Whoa!
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
Oh no. Well?
Correct! Well done, peasant!
But I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it! Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
Anyway, like
oh
I
my
was
god,
saying,
she's like swapping between the movie rapidly now.
Has been totally annihilated.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
Oh no, Byakuya.
I can confirm that his entire family has died.
Oh
Even
no!
the distant relatives. The Togami name has perished.
Stop with these idiotic jokes!
Stop? And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
They couldn't possibly be gone. The Togami family is destined to guide the world.
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
Hold on. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh? I don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago. I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago.
Oh, Makoto, you haven't figured it out yet.
If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
A few
Yeah,
weeks
about
ago?
that.
Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Huh? 2 years ago?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
Wait. What? 2 years ago? How? What does that...
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God.
So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you?
And now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Still, we have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends right here. The memories that were stolen from us. If what Junko says is true, if we first came here 2 years ago, But the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so. So the memories she took from us, our life at Hope's Peak.
I got it! If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. Nope. No. Nope.
Oh!
No! I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent
That explains
2
all the
full
lockers.
years here at Hope's Peak Academy.
Explains the group photos,
And that
explains
entire
everything.
period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life? That's not possible!
I want to think that too. I don't want to believe it. That's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe. I want it to be impossible. But if that's the truth, then we have to accept it. We gotta make them accept it. We gotta drill it in their brains. Wait, what's the difference between pocketbook and notebook?
I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
No, that's wrong!
Well, that's not true. We've been here for 2 years.
Hiro, there's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why
Oh,
is
the
my
pocketbook
name
was
written on it?
Kyoko's.
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
Wuzza, is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak, but somehow, you forgot all about it.
They all forgot.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
Oh my god, Junko.
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes?
That's
How
really
many school
sad.
events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over
She's
so
gone
completely to
wonko.
such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves! I'm sick of expositioning all this shit!
Figure out...
I'm sick of it
what?
too.
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
When our memories come apart, is she talking about the moment where we must have lost our memories? I can only think of one time. Just after I set foot in the main hall for the first time, and that was when the entrance ceremony was after, so when I fainted.
I got it! The moment I lost my memories.
Man, this was a long time ago.
When I first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall, when I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom
Yeah,
with my
that's
head on
right.
the desk.
We saw a flashback of that recently. Oh, whoops.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof! Gone! Which means, of course...
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time. Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other, but
by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those
Crazy.
photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other. And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this.
I love you all so much.
What?
What?
Once your school life here began,
The heck?
I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it. All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
The ultimate despair of all mankind.
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst. Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it, and now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world
Sorry
itself.
if I'm being quiet, just there's a lot to take in here, and I just wanted you guys to
Don't
hear it.
understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then, something super neat happened. Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once. So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter. That's right. It was transformed into a shelter.
She said she was gonna. Oh, yeah.
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
The one who turned Host Peak into a shelter and isolated us here. It was the Prime Minister. It was Junko.
I got it!
No, it's the Headmaster.
Could only have been the
That's what those videos were all
Hope's
about.
Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to
Kyoko.
try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise, to say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake. It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair. I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
You only let us live so we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why I...
Well, why don't you tell me?
So this is being broadcasted. Oh, okay. Okay. Hack! It's hack. Oh, it's... I was waiting for a Y. Yeah, it's hijack.
Now I understand.
Or hack.
You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Are you serious? But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Oh my god.
Expelled them? I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
Oh,
and
damn!
There's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too! Like right fucking now!
Truth. Full of despair. That's...
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other? For nothing?
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
We get it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already. So help us. I'll do anything. Just help me.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful. We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. About whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself, so I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth!
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying? If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you, for the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them!
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start
yeah, you
killing
killed
each other.
Mikuro, first of all.
Nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple. You stole our memories. Invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner! It's all your fault!
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left.
You're the spark to cause the fire. Yeah, exactly.
We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
And then she threw fuel onto that fire.
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did ya? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me, and punish everyone on the side of hope. Even if it's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry. I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this!
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win, to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
What?
You mean, we'd
have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live!
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me. And make your way to the outside world.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed!
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down! Makoto, you're up!
Me?
Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
Sacrifice me? But that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished? Don't you have faith in your friends?
No! That's not it!
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Well, we just have to convince them, right?
Guys?
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair! We're not gonna lose to you!
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
And your stupid life!
The final vote. This is it. The ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair. That's not really living at all. Oh my god. This is crazy.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope,
Group
we'll
photo?
never give up!
Oh, wait. I think I
If I were
can...
to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy. By the way, the air outside is totally polluted. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Oh my
If
god.
I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Meh.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting. So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
Okay, so we gotta, like... You claim there's no hope left in the world. But if despair is contagious, like you say, then so is hope. I'll use my own hope to plant the seeds of hope inside everyone else. I'd make a joke here, but...
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Don't lose hope now!
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place. But to live means moving forward, right?
Yeah,
so
man.
Even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we? I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here.
Yeah,
the whole
hero.
fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore.
You're actually saying something fucking smart for
my
once.
own gut feelings.
Okay, go if you got, man. That's how you gotta do it. Oh, I have to grab hope again.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die,
that would be the end.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is totally the only reason we're okay is thanks to the air pure.
Don't lose hope now.
Come on, Ina. After all we've been through?
I've been thinking about all this, and I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do? You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm. That sounds like something she'd say, right? No. I think that's definitely what she'd say, which is why I...
Oh, I'm sorry, 1 second.
Yeah! I've made up my mind!
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
if I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I had to go close my window. Some guy was screaming outside my window in the alleyway.
By the way,
like literally
the
just
air outside is
screaming
totally
for no
polluted,
reason.
You know, the only reason we're okay is thanks to the air purifiers. Say whatever you want.
If I die,
the purifiers will. In other words,
as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to
me.
All right, we can do this.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting.
Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school.
Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it.
Oh, but no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
All right, we gotta get
as long as there's hope.
Byakuya and Kyoko on our side
If I
too,
were to die, that would be the end.
which we could totally do, by the way.
The only reason
We
is
got.
thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all.
I can keep on living as long as I have.
All of you will have to leave.
You'll have to go into the world outside. We're only
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you? Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair. But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you. I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the Mastermind.
He did indeed.
Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive. So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known,
we won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would
Kyoko,
be the end.
come on. You're the only one left.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all.
I can keep on living as All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside. We're only...
I already said I would claim the Mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
So, what are you gonna do? You just die?
Don't lose hope now!
Break!
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything. Does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair. You came here to confront despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope.
Makoto, he's the ultimate hope!
What the hell are you?
Oh my god!
So uncool.
Oh.
Your stupid faces.
Oh, she's mad.
The stupid things you've said. The stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool. So unhip. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame, 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 lame!
I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop. But I still... The moment of truth.
You suck! What do you want? So uncool! You dare to stand against us?
Hope is a joke. Outside is only despair.
Your idiocy ends here.
You're gross. You're scared, aren't you?
Oh jeez.
I just love despair!
You suck! What do you want? So uncool!
You're unbearable!
The ultimate
Despair
hope.
into
Hope keeps on going! I refuse to give up! I refuse
We
to
did
give
it, guys!
I refuse to throw it all away! I refuse to despair! Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward!
What's going on? What's happening?
What's happening is we won. Damn! I did good.
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
Indeed, it is time to
We just gotta
vote.
pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing with our own hands.
The hell?
Indeed.
You lost, Junko.
I lost?
I lost? Me? No way!
Well, that's just...
It can't be! You still don't accept it? Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck?
But there's no use trying to fight it now.
Well, that's just... totally the best!
Huh?
So this is despair.
We came to this school 2 years ago, created our incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it.
And now I...
To come this far and fail at the very end.
True despair.
It's the most ultimate despair. What are you talking about?
And now I...
Don't you see? I was so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately. This once-in-a-lifetime experience. It is my first and last colossal despair, here at the moment of death. To have the chance to taste of the highest grade despair, the utter failure of my dreams.
True despair? Huh?
Wait, is she enjoying this?
Anyway,
So, are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing.
Totally the best!
Outside is only despair. Inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you. That's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong. Huh?
Don't make me repeat
Let me
myself.
tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we decided to enter the outside world with hope. Yeah, Makoto totally seduced us over to his side. Everyone,
hey,
you said that despair is as contagious as any disease.
however...
But the same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is. Kyoko!
No.
Ah, stop it! Stop! I hate those faces you're making. To see those awful looks causes me nothing but pain.
There's one last
Fine.
thing.
Let me just say one last thing. You guys want to get all hung up on the word help? There's no skin off my nose. But just be warned. From this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. Maybe you'll find some hope. But there is a very fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that, you still plan to cling to your hope? Of course, because we...
It's fine.
Shut up, shut up. That was a rhetorical question. You interrupted my monologue. I'm almost done though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right?
It can't be.
Do you really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right? Hold on. It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want now is to taste that despair of death that you only get once in life. So...
Don't get in my way!
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful! Even a tenth of this despair, even 100th. I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this. I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
She's getting every punishment. And that's it. It's over. Junko is dead. and they're free to now explore the outside world, whatever that might mean. And that's how everything came to an end. The final class trial. Junko Inoshima. The ultimate despair. Life at Hope's Peak Academy. It was all over. What a way to go, though. Got a party present. Yay. But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said, they shut off immediately. That was the only difference. We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. It felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck there in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But, in the end...
Hey.
We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point, we need to leave. To nobody's surprise, it was Kyoko who broke the silence.
Makoto.
Would you do the honors? Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we'd been given. Up until the moment of death, it had belonged to Junko. And in the end, she dropped it before us.
So,
But is this really it? Is this really the key to the door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words...
I will force you out. She said that just before dropping that. It makes sense that it would be our way out of here.
But
you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never specifically said she'd let us leave here alive.
It's true.
You might be right about that. Baby!
Yes?
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it. Yeah, I guess that's true. There's nothing to worry about.
My beautiful scissors!
If something ever happened to Master, I'd take my scissors and jam 'em so far up. Huh? Where's the classroom? Where's the mastermind? It's all over. We're just about to leave the school. What? Leave? We can go outside? And that means me and Master can get married. And then we'll give a little jewel of a baby.
That's enough.
Please stop. That would be greater horror than anything I've encountered so far. Anyway, don't worry. I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem.
But...
It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about. But, you know, in the end, I think a part of me still thinks...
Serious?
Maybe when we get out of here, we'll see that everything she said about the world is a lie. That on the other side of the door is a world as peaceful as we remember. A lie? Peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live. Yeah, I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike this school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there also has to be lots of hope, right?
In other words...
The act of searching for hope, to try to find it. That by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall into.
Am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto? Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty. I'll go with you. I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
You got it!
Well, my first stop is going to be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
Hey.
What are you gonna do if there are no more donut shops or donuts?
Okay.
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, I'll just grow some wheat. Oh, I get it now. If there's no road, you can just build one. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world.
Could it be?
That's my hope.
How about that?
I've reached the next stage. The next chapter of Yoshihiro Hagaguri's life story is just about to begin. Thanks, Hina. You've totally opened my eyes. Hey, personal space buddy, you're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto.
Come on, Makoto. Even if everyone in the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we could get out there and do something, have some sort of impact. But what can we do? There's so few of us and we're small. What can we do? No, we can probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything. Nice final mood swing there, Makoto.
I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed. But if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me, and the others, I guess.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still.
What? But
the
ship isn't them. It's obviously Makoto and Byakuya.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
Yes, we graduated. Boop! Looks like the hope is really spreading, as long as I never give up. I have to push even harder. I'm going to keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. Hell, you can pretty much ship Makoto with anybody. He's the ultimate shipper boy. The world can move ahead. The door began to open, and with it with our hands, hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. That beeping kinda startled me. Beep! Oh my god! And that, my friends, is Danganronpa. Trigger Happy Havoc. Megumi Okada! Man, what a great game. That was so great. I'm so happy I finally got through this game. It took me a while because I had a lot of stuff happen in IRL, but we managed to make it. We did it. Thank you guys so much for fucking joining me, man. Like, thank you all. I'm totally not crying right now. I feel pretty emotional right now too, because this was a really long playthrough, and what a great ending and great game and everything. I love these games so much. Speaking of that, you think I'm gonna end here? Oh no. We have a whole Danganronpa game to play through. Danganronpa 2! Which I already owned. It's on the same digital download as this game actually, so I'm gonna start that ASAP. I think Tuesday will be the day. And we'll get a whole new story, whole new class, a whole new class trial. We might as well watch the credits though, cause all these lovely people put all their love and attention and care into this game. I don't know what to say, like, it's just such a good game. I love everything about it, man. The music, the art style is so good. I like it so much. Sure, it's a little weird with the like the cardboard cutout thing, but I think that gives it a really unique flair. I don't know if there's anything after the credits, actually. We'll wait and see. Oh, Celeste. It's so sad that all those characters died, but it was such a good... It's such a cool game, though, anyway. Each trial was so interesting. I think my favorite was probably the very last one was really good. But I think probably Sakura's trial, because I found that mystery the most interesting, and it was the one that I was never... Oh, don't show that! It got my YouTube almost banned. I'm just kidding. It was one that I didn't figure out myself. Like, the other ones you could kind of see... Well, I don't know, you could kind of see, but... No, I did not know that Sayaka had used Makoto or anything like that, but... and stuff, and I think... I'd say the last trial was the easiest, and the hardest one was probably... maybe... Sakura's trial again, like I said, because it was so difficult to figure out, like, what was going on there. Everyone was suspicious. But yeah, really good game, and like I said, I just wanted to say again, like, thanks for joining me all the way through. If you're watching this as a VOD, thank you very much. The next, game will not be streamed on YouTube. I'm going to be streaming everything from now on Twitch, on twitch.tv/dragoncaboose, and I would love it if you guys could join me. I'm not just going to be playing Danganronpa, I will be playing other games as well. On the off day, I'm going to probably stream twice a week. One day a week will be for Danganronpa 2, the other day will be for something else. I know I'm definitely wanting to play more Banjo-Kazooie, play through more of that, so I'm looking forward to doing that as well. And I have some other things planned, so I'd love if you guys could join me for that as well. And I just wanted to thank each and every person who has even watched a second of any of my videos, any of my streams, anything that I've put up. I cannot do this without you guys, so thank you so much. I had a lot of fun, man. This was such a fun game to play through. I'm sorry it took me so long with so many big pauses. That's not gonna happen again. Like I said, I had some real life stuff I had to go through and deal with and all that, but I want to try to stream more frequently on Twitch and everything, so we're gonna try to do that, and because I really want to play through the next game, and I'm really excited for that, because it's a really good one. You thought Danganronpa 1 was good, wait until you see 2. Honestly, 2 is better, like, and just in a way of that they basically took everything and improved on it. They're still both very good games, but if you like this, then you're gonna love that game as well. I at least think so. The investigations are a lot more crazy. Oh, look at that. Oh.
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed.
It's alright. It's okay that you missed it. I understand, dude. Like, you were sick. But it's okay, because I have, VODs on YouTube, so you guys can check those out.
Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school headmaster.
Whoa. We just got a crazy Easter egg ending. What happened there? Monokuma's still alive, but how? Well, you'll find out in the next Danganronpa game. What a great game, yay! Oh yeah, also, this is called School Mode. It's a simulation mode where you can do all of the free time events, and I'm going to do a very special stream on that as well at some point. It may not be before I start the next game, but it's going to be soon, and I want to do a special stream, maybe on a weekend like today, where we'll check out all the other students' free time events, because why not? Any excuse to play this game more, I would do. But I think I'm going to end it off there for today. Maybe we'll check out some of the extras as well. So there's lots more coming. This is not the end. This is only the beginning. Thank you guys so much for joining. And I'll see you guys next Tuesday.